Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
Happy Halloween! Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of No Gimmick. Today is Halloween, that's why we said it. Today we're going to be talking about things that we do not understand, that just don't make sense to us, and we have a very special guest, which is Sadie Law.
Hello. Thanks for having me today, guys.
Of course.
Okay, I'm going first. Okay. Our first thing that we do not understand is, why was money created? Money doesn't make sense because why can't we print more?
Also, they used to trade things and that was so much more efficient. Why don't you do that?
Yeah.
But
That's so real.
Or the concept of money, who decided it costed money to make things? If no one ever came up with that concept, you could make anything for free, right? Does that make sense to me?
here's the thing. I understand that
running out of resources.
you run out of things, so you have to pay something for them so that not everyone can get them because otherwise you run out.
But I say trading. Why was trading so
But
bad?
why not trade?
How would you...
And why can't I just... That's crazy.
Wait, no.
Maybe I'm just saying that because I don't have any money. Why can't more be printed? But
Literally.
still, why can't more be printed? It's
No,
a piece of paper.
When people make big factories or whatever, why couldn't you just do that for free? The materials are there.
No,
You're just not paying a company
resources,
anymore for the materials.
Resources are gonna run out.
You
Like
need,
what?
you
But you
need
can't
oil.
cut down all
you need
the.
oil and stuff for gas.
Yeah.
Gas costs money because if you don't pay money for it, you will run out because there's so many people trying to get gas that eventually it will run out. There's not enough. The world doesn't just keep making it.
But the money isn't producing more gas.
But the money is what makes certain people be able to get more gas.
The people who are getting gas are going to get gas regardless.
No, because someone who's less fortunate is not going to be able to get as much gas as someone who has more money. Therefore, less resources are being used.
Okay. Sure. How do mirrors work?
Oh, I get a regular mirror. It's just reflecting light, right? Which is crazy that someone made that. But the ones where it's one side it goes through and the other side it reflects. How is it letting light through and reflecting it at the same time?
I don't get how mirrors make you look shorter or taller.
Yeah.
Is that just the angle of the mirror or something? Or
It must be. Because how else would that work?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, and the fact that you will never see yourself other than a mirror. I can never look at myself the way that you're all looking at me right now.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I know.
And pictures? How would you take a picture of a moment in time? Oh yeah, cameras. That's the next one. How does a camera? How does it stop?
I don't.
How can I take a picture right now and have what I'm seeing right now forever?
I don't really get
don't
Polaroids. So you have a little piece of I don't even know what that is, and somehow you have a picture on it right away. It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand, especially in just phone cameras, how you take a picture and it just everything in that moment just pauses, and I don't get how it captures it. It's so cool.
What? How? Okay, I know whatever light waves or whatever. That's what makes the color. But how do you stop those light waves? Does it stop light waves from moving, and that's why you can? That's how it stops. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get videos either. I feel it's how do you record a chunk of time and have the same thing play again and again? I don't know.
Okay. The next one we're gonna be talking about is how do heavy airplanes fly? If you got an airplane that has a ton of stuff in it, how is it able to fly without falling? I don't get it.
I feel that one is I get that there's physics and stuff behind it or whatever, but that one just amazes me that people were smart enough to come up with the aerodynamics or whatever to make it fly.
I get how birds can fly because their wings are pumping them up or whatever, but the airplane wings are just solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't get that.
How does it raise up? Where
is it? The speed on it's but how do you get it to go?
And how does it go?
Yeah.
Okay, a new thought. How's it go forward? Because it's not like it's the wheels are running on anything.
Exactly.
What's making it move
Well,
forward?
there's engines in the back that are like.
Oh, is it getting
Also,
Yeah.
Oh my
apparently they have like highways in the sky.
What?
Yes, that's how they know like where to go. Like they actually have radar systems that have like roads on them. Like they look like roads, so they know where to fly.
That's crazy.
Like that's wild.
How do you like mark it out then?
Yeah, how would you
I
tell?
like-
It's not like you can have a road with lines on it.
I think it's like they have like
like
a GPS for the sky.
That's what those like blinking red things are for. Like when you like drive at night, you see the blinking
What?
red. Yes, those are for planes. Like the towers.
Are those supposed to be like mile markers, kind of?
Probably.
That's crazy.
I thought that was some internet thing.
How do contacts and glasses work?
Oh,
Like, how can you just see better?
I'm the one who said this. How does a tiny piece of plastic in your eyeball help you see better? I get prescriptions, but it's a tiny piece of plastic. It
like,
is so small.
What is the prescription? Like,
Yeah.
how does a thicker piece of glass make things zoom?
That's
in?
why I also
Yeah.
don't get, or doesn't sound like zoom things out.
Yeah.
How does it
Oh my
not
God, yeah,
help your
people who-
eye?
People who are like farsighted.
Oh yeah.
Wait, if you're farsighted, you would need things to make. Okay, wait.
You wouldn't be able to. Like,
So when
read-
you're nearsighted, wait.
if you're nearsighted, you wouldn't be able to see far away.
Yeah.
I think if you're farsighted,
So-
like you wouldn't be able to like read a book right in front of you.
So they would have to zoom that out, right?
I guess.
So it has to make it look farther away.
Mm-hmm.
How does that
Wait,
work?
is that how it works?
What?
Like
Oh, we don't want another
prescription?
time travel. Time
It
travel.
doesn't like zoom it in, but it like
Shut up.
creates clarity.
Hey,
and
you
stuff.
got us all good. I was believing you.
I wasn't entirely wrong.
I
This
know.
wasn't entirely right.
You
Okay.
kind of brought that up again.
Yeah, go watch the interview, guys. Because listen to the
okay.
space part.
The next one is jumping on a train.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like
Yes.
Madison should.
We are not revisiting this.
Well,
Yes, we
it
are.
kind of got myth busted, but I still don't really get
Yeah,
it.
we did. I do have an answer to this when you're done.
So, POV. You are on top of a train car, outside of the car. Train is moving. You're moving, train's moving, you're moving, you're sitting on top of the car. You jump up. The train is going to continue to move out from underneath you. When you land, you will be in a different spot.
You'll be dead, splat down the track.
You'll probably be dead. Now, you're inside of the train car, where all the passengers sit, whatever. You stand up, you jump, you land. You're going to be in the same spot. Why does, when you jump, why doesn't the back of the train car smack you? Like, why don't you move?
Yeah. Okay, so I talked about this with my math teacher because I was very confused and everyone was being mean about it. Because I thought the train would smack you, right? when you
It
jump.
should.
Okay, so when you are on a train or like a bus or an airplane, okay, you are moving at the same speed as that train.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you jump, you will move back like a tiny bit because you are slowing down as you jump because you're not touching the train anymore, so you're not moving at that speed, but you're not going to move back that much because you're not in the air for that long, so you're not going to have much time to slow down. So you're going a little bit slower than the train, but you're still going at a similar speed.
So
like-
basically, if you're like an Olympic jumper and you can jump really high,
You
why
will
are
go-
you not getting smacked?
So if you farther back you are on the car,
So if I'm
More likely you're gonna
standing
hit the back.
like
so like
super close to the back and I jump really high, I could get smacked by the back of the train.
yes. So but when you're on top of the train, there's like wind resistance and things that slow you down more. So you slow down faster. That's why you would fall off the train. Does that make sense? Because like when you're the outside air is not moving at the same speed as the train, so it's not going to continue pushing you. It's going to push you the other way.
Yeah. I really hate that there was an answer to that.
Yeah, that one really creeps me out though. Like to think about.
Okay, next thing. I think I said this one. Snapchat. I don't get how a picture of me can get put onto someone else's phone, like, instantly. Like, how does it get sent there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or like a text.
Yeah.
How does it get there?
I don't know.
Have you seen the thing in Wreck-It Ralph? That's how.
Oh!
Like
we're gonna
Goes
grab
to the
those
wires, yeah.
Alright.
That's my answer.
Okay. Rotary phones.
Okay, this is mine.
Those are the spinny ones. Right?
Yeah. So like back in like a really long time ago.
We don't even know.
We don't even know when they were a thing. But like you literally you had a little like spinner thing and you would like put in all the numbers and it was literally like my grandma has one still and it was basically just like a string that like hooked up to another little thing, but like how did it get from one spot to another when there weren't like were there like I just don't get it. I just don't understand how that works because it was so old and like technology like wasn't really a big thing back then, and I don't understand how you could do that and how it would go. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I've never understood it and I don't think I ever will.
They were made from 1950 to 1986. Yeah, I didn't get it either. Also, like before rotary phones, like there was those ones on the wall,
Landline?
and like no,
That's different.
like
That's later on.
like you
Oh,
would like
the ones-
call, but like
Oh,
you
yeah.
would call,
Yes.
but like you couldn't
Oh.
call the house directly. You had to call like another office or whatever, and then they would
Oh, yeah.
connect you. Like what? Like what is getting connected here? I don't see anything.
Like, why can't you
Is
just
it
call
a
them?
myth? Like, if you talk, have you seen the movies where, like, if you talk in a cup and it, like, goes through?
Yeah,
That's
the
a myth,
string.
right?
it's real.
No, I've done it.
Yeah.
That's real?
Yeah.
How does it go through with a string?
I don't know. We should try it.
It probably moves the
Is it a
string
Oh,
and
I
makes
think that's
sound
right.
waves,
sometime.
and
The
then those sound
vibration
waves
of the
travel to
string.
you.
But
Yeah,
can you hear,
the
like,
sound waves
actual
or the-
words?
Yeah.
I feel like we need to test this theory.
I've always thought it was like a tube or something.
That's just crazy. Sound waves are just crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Next thought. This one was brought up by Claire. Candles. When you burn a candle, like where does
The
wax
wax
go? It just magically disappears. Like
So we were talking about this in my foods class, and so we were talking about like when it rains, right? The water falls, it's on the ground, and it gets risen back up into the clouds, and then it's held there, and then it rains again. Why is my candle wax not falling from my ceiling? It's rising up. And then Miss Kershaw told me it's because of gases or whatever, but
But okay, here's
only
the thing.
part of it would become a gas. Where is the other part going?
the gap. So if the wax eventually turns into a gas, right? Then eventually it has to become hard again because there's nothing keeping it like hot. Like, okay, so when you are boiling water, okay, the water goes to water vapor because it gets hot enough to go into vapor. But eventually it cools down and then it condenses again. So why does the candle wax not condense again?
I don't know. That's the point. Like where's it going?
Yeah.
Like
so
we don't understand.
how is it just floating around the air? Or are there like tiny wax molecules like all around my room right now?
But then like wouldn't
But
you
wax
like
melts
wouldn't that
don't just go away, do they?
Well, they do eventually.
But not as fast as regular candles, I didn't think.
like a Scentsy, those
Yes.
don't go away.
Yeah.
Because like you can leave a Scentsy forever and like it's still there.
I read somewhere that or I heard somewhere that candles are can actually be really bad for you if they have the bads, if they have bad stuff in the wax or whatever. But I just don't understand are those wax molecules stuck to my wall right now, but they're so microscopic that and in such little amounts that I will never know.
Well, I don't know. If someone smokes,
It eventually sticks
It,
to the walls.
yeah.
It makes a film.
yeah. So I wonder if that's what the candle does.
So basically, everyone go scrape your walls and find out
But
first.
also, it's burning. But so when wood burns, it turns into ash.
So it must
The wax is not turning into ash.
exactly. And the difference between that, a candle and a Scentsy is there's not a flame with the Scentsy. It's just heat that is melting it. But when a candle is being burned, there's I just don't know where all that stuff goes.
Have you seen the new candles that are beads? Not beads.
Yes.
It's like sand almost.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Do those still create scent?
Probably.
I don't get like how brains work. Like, how do they make like thoughts? I don't know.
Like your like I just picked my hands up. How did I know to do that? Like, where are the signals coming from? Like, I didn't have to think to do that. Like, who was thinking for me?
Okay, I hate being the person that's like, oh, like, well, this is how it works. Like, I hate when people do that. I hate when they like try to ruin your fun about ranting about it by like actually explaining it to you. But we did learn about this a little bit in psych about like your like neurons or whatever. Now they like send like impulses to your arms, but I just don't get how that works.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I know that's what's happening, but why? Like, what?
what is the automatic response there?
Yeah.
Also, confusion. How do I get okay? Well, first of all, how do you learn in general? Like how do I learn that 5 times 3 is 15? And how does that like how did I learn that? Like, what in my brain forms thoughts and like actually makes them like speak and like.
And who
Like,
decided that
and
5 times 3 equals 15?
How do I get confused about things? Why don't I understand? What makes you not understand? Like, what makes the thing that's being explained to you not understand? Why does it not make sense in your brain? Like, what makes you confused? I don't understand confusion.
Yeah. And like, who decided like what's like everything's made up? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 5 is a made up number, 3 is a made up number. Like, someone made
What
that.
were those?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you just said 5
I said
times 3
5
is 15. 15's a made up number. Someone like made that up, and we're just believing it.
Yeah.
I don't get how like our brain just like knows to breathe like constantly. Like you never think about breathing or anything. It's just like it just happens.
Especially
your
when you
heart just
sleep.
Okay,
Especially when you're sleeping.
because your muscles only work when you tell them to work. So how come your heart just always works on its own?
Yeah. I just think that like the human anatomy is just crazy. Like every little thing that works together to like accomplish something as a whole is crazy. And like whenever we talk about like cells, like there's like billions of cells in your body, but they're so small you can't even see them. And I'm just like, I don't know, just everything about the human body just it blows my mind. Just everything about it.
Yeah, 100% crazy.
Okay, I want to skip a few. I'm gonna go to languages and accents. I don't understand who decided that we were gonna come up with all these different languages.
Why couldn't we just stick with one? Why do we all have to have a different one? Like, why do you have to have French and English?
Accents don't
because-
make even less sense though.
But like when the world was formed, like everyone was like in different places. Like there wasn't, you know what I mean? Like
And communication was harder, so like they couldn't be like, oh yeah, start speaking English.
but
How did they
also,
learn each
How
other's
did
language?
Who
Yeah.
made up the words? Because these are just sounds. And who decided that the words meant something? Like someone had to literally like say that and meant like and like
Adding
made a
names.
definition to and. Like what? Who did that? That's
Who took
crazy.
the time to write out a dictionary?
Yeah.
I don't think I get
And who-
accents.
like,
Did you
you're-
like learn it wrong and that's why it sounds different?
I don't know.
Or is it like the way your vocal cords are formed?
I just think
And,
it's like crazy that like it like saying like hola in Spanish means hi in English, and there's so many different ways to say hi in so many different languages. Like it's so cool. Like it is amazing to me.
Also, like, do people who like okay, so some kids learn like 2 languages when they're little,
Yeah.
like as they grow up, because it's easier to learn it when you're young. So like when they're older, do they have accents in both of those?
Who?
Those,
Bilingual kids.
do they have accents in both of
Yeah.
those things? Like,
Because I feel like different languages have different accents. Like if I were to go speak French or German, like I would have an accent in English.
Yeah.
but like,
right?
is that different because you're just now learning it, or is that because that's just always how it is? Because that person doesn't necessarily like they speak both. So how can they have an English accent if they don't just speak English?
I think the accent is more how like their words are spoken, like the way your like mouth like your mouth makes a different shape when you speak different languages. Like I have these cousins and their dad is from Mexico and their mom's here, and like their mom is she teaches she teaches kids like in school. Their like
Speech.
first language is she's like a normal school teacher, but like the kids first she teaches kids and the kids first language is Spanish, but she can only communicate to them for the most part in English, so they learn it. Anyways, that's not the point. but they're kids. Their kids are literally like 5 and like 2, and they are both bilingual. Like they can like they'll like speak to them in Spanish, and like they can speak back in English. It's crazy. Like they're so young and they know 2 languages already, like fluently.
Yeah.
Anyway, how were planets created?
Oh.
What made it? Where'd it come from? Because like
I know this one.
first of all, things are still getting made. The universe is still expanding, which I cannot wrap my brain around.
Space is crazy.
Space is crazy.
I know that one's a little bit more too of like what you believe, like as far as like your religion sometimes, but it's just like crazy, like space in general is crazy, like just how far it goes, like why do we just believe every single thing that the government tells us?
Yeah, literally.
Like literally, they're like, oh yeah, there's like other galaxies. Like what?
They're literally just people.
Yeah, and it's like
They're probably
it's
not
like
smart.
it's like how can we see that there's other galaxies?
Yeah.
How do we see that?
How do telescopes work?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. That is not zooming in that far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not. Did you guys see that thing? It was like, it's like a new like setting on phones, and it's like if you take a picture of like the moon, it like focuses in really good because you know how like the moon's usually like blurry or whatever. But it was like AI because they like took the picture and they just focused it on a white circle and a picture of the moon came up.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so going off of it,
Should I
black
do
holes.
this?
Like, what is a black hole? Like, and like, do people like?
Should I?
Like, where does it go?
Sorry.
Like,
I'll do it at the end.
I don't understand, like, where does that lead to? Like, I don't understand, like, what is...
Has anyone ever actually been sucked into a black hole? Like, do we really know that you get sucked in and you never come back out? Or like, what is? Like, do you just swirl around? Like, I just don't really know. I guess part of the problem is I don't really know what a black hole is. But like I just don't get that. I don't get that. How do they like? Don't they form from like stars or something? Like that's what a star becomes. But like, how does a star become that?
Yeah, literally.
Where does it go?
Alright. A black hole is a region of space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing, including light and other electromagnetic waves, has enough energy to escape it. The theory of general relativity predicts that a sufficiently compact mass can deform space-time to form a black hole.
Okay, so if light can't escape it, light can't escape. What?
Who had the time
I just-
to figure this out?
I just don't get how, like, you know what happens, because I feel like if you're close enough to see it or, like, know it's there, then, like, how aren't you sucked in? I don't know.
I don't know. That's just crazy. I don't know.
There are 800 million black holes in the Milky Way galaxy.
800 million? Also, it's crazy to think about space because, like, Earth is just one planet, but, like, this, like, everything else that's out there, like, we don't know how big it is. Like, it's crazy, like, because no one knows. Like, it's just, it's amazing.
Life is just
Black holes can be small and large, but the smallest ones can be the size of an atom. So we can't even see atoms, and there's I could get sucked into something as small as an atom and destroy me. What?
Do you have more energy than that type of black hole?
It says the ones that are the size of the atom still have a mass of a large mountain.
What?
So I don't...
Okay.
Something I can't even see weighs as much as a mountain. Doesn't make very much sense.
Yeah. Okay. The last topic we're going to talk about. Okay, I don't understand how calculators work because, like, you can type in any equation, any numbers, anything, and it automatically gives you the answer. Like, how do they program them to, like, every single answer or every single question has a specific answer just to that? And, like, there are probably billions of equations you could put into a calculator and it just knows. Like, they're so cool to me, but, like, also, how do we know if it's right? Like, it could be completely wrong and we're trusting a calculator.
I don't really understand, like, how does it fit in a tiny space?
Yeah. Like, how does all that information, literally, how is it held in, like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I understand programming or whatever. I don't really understand it, but I know that it's like programmed or whatever. But like, First of all, how does it come up with it so fast? Second of all, who took the time to program it into a calculator? Like, who came up with the programming
Do they
so
have
that
to
you
program
can have
it
all those
into
equations?
every single one? Or?
Well, they have like a program, and then they would just like put that.
But how did they get every?
How did
like
they?
numbers go
Yeah.
for infinite? So
Yes.
How do you have
do you get
answers
to
for
that?
everything?
Like,
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
Actually, my calculator tells me error quite a lot.
I think that's
The
you.
programmer did not do a very good job.
Just user error.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for
Right.
listening to another episode. We really hope that this episode got you thinking on some things.
Yeah.
Because we're still confused on like over half
Also,
of them.
Don't try and tell us how things work.
Yeah. Don't
I don't
be a
really.
hater.
I don't really need to know how it works.
Just let us have fun with our confusion and our ranting about it because we just had so many good topics and so much fun talking about it.
Anyways,
Don't be the person that's like, well, this and this.
we all hope that you guys had a great Halloween. And tune in next week for another episode of No Gimmick.
Happy Halloween.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.